Hi everyone! I'm here to talk to you about this week's music and movement activities. There are lots of things that we'll be talking about this week. The first thing on Monday is a special holiday called Memorial Day. So I'll be reading you a story about Memorial Day, and you'll be making your own flag. We'll also be talking about insects. Insects is just a fancy word for bugs. So we're going to talk about bugs, and we'll also going to learn about the letter X this week. X is a tricky letter. It does say the X sound, and there are some words that have an X in the beginning of the word, but most words that have an X in them, the X is at the end of the word. So we're going to talk about that too. But first, I'm going to go back to Memorial Day because that's coming first. So on Monday, May 25th, is a special holiday called Memorial Day. So I'm going to read you this little story about Memorial Day. Memorial Day. There's a very special day in May. It's Memorial Day. It's a day to honor all of the men and women who have fought to keep our country and people safe. We do many things to honor these brave people. Some people put up flags. Some people wear a red flower called a poppy. Some people write letters to soldiers. And some people go to a Memorial Day parade. How do you celebrate Memorial Day? Here's a picture of me. And this is how I celebrate Memorial Day. And it says, I salute the soldiers to say thank you. So soldiers, when they say thank you, they salute like this, and they put their hands on their head. So that's how I would celebrate Memorial Day. I salute soldiers in order to say thank you to them. So on Monday, you'll be making your own American flag, and you can wave it around and sing our national anthem called the Star-Spangled Banner. Have so much fun. All right. On the other days, you'll be learning about insects. Insects, like I said before, is just a fancy word for bugs. Bugs have all different parts of their body, so we're going to go over all the different parts of their body. This part of their body should be easy peasy, just like ours. It has the eyes on it, and their mouth if they have one, ears if they have one. This part of their body is called their head, just like ours. This part of their body is called their head. Insects have special things on their heads that come off. They're kind of like their fingers. They're kind of like feelers. We feel with our hands, but they feel with these called antennae, and they use them to feel around to make sure that there are no bigger bugs around that are going to eat them, or to feel around to make sure they're not going to fall off the leaf or branch or twig or whatever it is that they're on. These are called antennae. Insects also have 3 parts of their body. So we already talked about their head. That's part of their body. The middle part of their body is where the legs are. That's where their legs are attached. The middle part of their body is called the thorax. Now we know from filling out the calendar in room 2 every day that the letters T and H together, when they're together, they say the th sound. You have to stick your tongue out in between your teeth. This is the thorax. Oh, and look at that. It has an X at the end of it. It makes the X sound. Most words that have an X, the X is at the end. There are some in the beginning. The thorax is the middle part of their body, and it has these attached to it. These are the insect's legs. These are the insect's legs. And all insects have 6 legs. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're attached to the middle part of their body, the thorax. And last is the bottom part, or the end part of their body. That is called their abdomen. Their abdomen is where their stomach is and all of their intestines and everything else that they need for eating. That's their abdomen. There are no legs attached to the abdomen. They're only attached to the thorax. And there's one more thing that some insects have. Not all insects have them. This insect that we're looking at here happens to be an ant. So it doesn't have this special thing that I'm going to tell you about. But some insects, like bees and flies, have one more thing that ants don't have. They have wings. So some insects have wings, but not all insects. So on some days during the week, during music and movement, you'll crawl around like insects, you'll slither around like insects. You're going to have lots of fun pretending to be insects and learning some insect songs. And lastly, this week, our letter of the week is the letter X. So, some words have the letter X in the beginning of the word, and some words have the letter X at the end of the word. Our foundations card looks like this, and we say X, fox, X. I'll say it, and then you say it. X, fox, X. Great job. Okay. So, here are some words that begin with the letter X. This is a picture of an X-ray. X-ray has the X in the beginning of the word. And it also has the X sound. X-ray. These two words also have a beginning letter X, but they don't make the X sound. These words have the Z sound when they have the letter X in the beginning. A little tricky. They have the letter X in the beginning, but they sound like the letter Z. But this is a xylophone. Begins with the letter X that sounds like the letter Z, but it is an X. This is a xylophone. It's a musical instrument. All of these different colored keys make different sounds, and these things are called mallets, and when you hit it, it makes noise. It's a musical instrument. You'll make your very own xylophone at your house on Friday using glass cups and water and maybe a spoon, or if you have a mallet, you can use a mallet. Just be extra careful when you're hitting Mom and Dad's glass cups that you don't break them. Okay, very careful. This is a bird, and it's called a xenops. Xenops is a bird that loves to eat insects. So that's why I put that xenops on there, because a xenops also has an X, but it sounds like the Z, and it's a bird that loves to eat insects. So insects have to watch out for the xenops. And these last words on the bottom here are words that end with the letter X. They end with the letter X, but they do have the X sound, like box, fox, six, and axe. These are all words that have an X at the end of them. Most words have an X at the end. There are some words that have it in the beginning, but most words that have an X in them have them at the end. So enjoy your music and movement activities. I can't wait to see your xylophones that you make and all of the bug movements and bug songs that you get to participate in. And I can't wait to see your flags for Memorial Day. Have a wonderful day.